Well, midweek, heading toward the weekend. Pretty nice day out there, but with those warmer temps, we are going to have a little bit of smoke coming back. Actually, we've already had it, Mike. We talked about this last night, and you notice a little bit more out there today.
Yeah, so it's going to be a bit of a challenging weekend, but the story has a happy ending. I'll tell you about that in a moment, but yes, we are seeing increased wildfire haze across the region today as we take a look over top of the Seattle Metro, even get a little bit of camera rock right now. We're going to talk about that circulation in just a moment, but yeah, we've got sustained winds coming in about 13 to 15 miles an hour, but as Greg was alluding to, look at that, temperature sitting in the mid-70s right now, humidity at 42%, neither here nor there, not as damp as it was yesterday. But yeah, it's not really dry either. We saw 30% humidity this time last week, so we're doing pretty well. Take a look from Tacoma across the dome. You can see the dome. You cannot see Rainier, and you can actually see some of that smoke pooling in some of the lower levels there off towards Renton, and that is something that we're going to take into the weekend with us. Now, we've got competing wind happening right now along the coast, coming immediately from north to south. We've got some curvature taking place as those winds are coming down from the north and down towards the southwest interior. That's why we're seeing that north-northeasterly flow, but it's that offshore flow over top of the Cascades that's creating some concerns and some fire warnings. We'll talk about that in a moment. Air quality, again, more yellows than we saw this time yesterday. Red flag warning kicked in at 11 a.m. today, will be in place through 5 p.m. Friday. I have a very strong suspicion that that will be extended out into the weekend. Low humidity and some gusty winds. So take a look at the setup. This is fascinating. We've got that massive ridge of high pressure that we were talking about yesterday. Lots of reds and oranges pushing some warm weather in our direction. But as we move through the weekend, that low, that little blob that was sitting there bouncing up and down, will finally come on shore and not only bring us some welcome relief, it's going to allow some of those colors to move in. We'll see considerably cooler temperatures as we go into Tuesday and Wednesday, and some cool rain chances along with that, helping with our firefighting efforts. In the meantime, that low is sitting off the coast, pulling showers up from south to north, and some of those will walk through the region tomorrow. But while we're looking at all these different areas of circulation, we're also looking at more wildfire smoke pushing in. So as I was pointing out to you last night, again, looking at the gram here, you've got lots of greens and yellows, and a lot of that's sitting in the mid-levels of the atmosphere, so it's more of an optical thing at this point. We'll have to watch it through the weekend because we really don't know what type of pool of smoke we'll be drawing from British Columbia through the weekend. They had some great rain over the last couple of days that really helped things out, but if there's any new fire starts, we may have to take a look at some more smoke alerts through the weekend. Meanwhile, by the time we get to about 7 p.m. on Friday, we'll actually kind of dial it back a little bit for a hazy sunset, but air quality should be fine for the most part as we go through the weekend, not expecting it to be as intense as it was last weekend. That said, air quality tomorrow will be moderate and even unhealthy for sensitive groups, especially up towards some of our northern counties there, so do be very careful. Remember, we've still got the Sourdough fire, the Blue Lake fire, and all of that activity in British Columbia. Here's what happens tomorrow. That low that I was showing you pulls some showers through. Now, the only catch with this is once you put some sunlight on it, there will be some instability. It could fire off some thunderstorms over top of the Cascades and the southwest interior. Then they're going to walk up towards the north as we go through the day, but by the time we get to the dinner hour, that should clear out. We're about to take a little ride here. We got some shower and thunderstorm potential on Friday. Temps in the mid-80s. It gets warm and hazy this weekend, but hang in there. Cool relief moves in on Monday, upper 60s on Tuesday.